You're probably using the word satire wrong. Online, people throw around the word satire like a get out of jail free card. They'll say something offensive, get called out, then use it as a synonym for sarcasm. But the word means more than that. Throughout history, satire was a tool used in politics, literature, and comedy to criticize power, systems, and culture through irony and exaggeration. Think Jonathan Swift, who proposed to eat Irish babies to satirize British policy toward the Irish poor during a time of mass starvation and famine. Or Charlie Chaplin mocking fascism in The Great Dictator, a bold takedown of Hitler and authoritarianism at a time when many were still afraid to speak out. Even William Shakespeare used satire. His play, The Taming of the Shrew, is about a man trying to tame Katharina, an outspoken woman, by convincing her to be more submissive, as was expected of women at the time. But the question about the story still discussed today is this: was Katharina rude and disobedient, or intelligent and brave enough to challenge the norms of her time? Was Shakespeare endorsing patriarchy or mocking it? And that's the thing about good satire. It doesn't always give you a clear answer, because throughout history, satire whispered what protests shouted, especially under authoritarian rulers, without tipping off the very people and systems it was targeting. And that tradition hasn't disappeared. Take The Simpsons, a cartoon but also long-running critique of American culture. It mocks everything from corrupt politicians and broken school systems to corporate greed and media laziness.
Explain a public figure's fair game for satire.
Homer Simpson isn't just funny because he's an idiot. He's funny because he represents something: consumerism, ignorance, and apathy. Or The Daily Show, which uses the format of traditional news to expose how traditional news fails. By imitating the surface of credibility, it reveals just how hollow some real journalism can be. And then there are shows like The Sopranos. It may look like a crime drama, but it's also a quiet satire of American masculinity, self-delusion, and success. Tony Soprano is a mob boss and a family man, obsessed with respect, wealth, and control. But he's also emotionally hollow, violent, and constantly lying to himself. The show doesn't make fun of him directly. It just lets us watch him unravel until we realize we're watching a critique of the world that made him. There's an old saying, satire always points up. It targets the powerful, not the powerless. Satire isn't just a word you throw onto content to make it defensible. It has a purpose. It has a target. That's the real power of satire. Not just to challenge power, but to get people talking and thinking for themselves. Like and subscribe if you want to learn more about people and systems shaping our world.